Well, lads, so we're going to be talking about another MT making method, but this one, you should probably be in it for the long haul. So this one's very much a, you don't sit on a filter for a while, you sit on the card for a while, if that kind of makes sense. So if you guys do want to enjoy today's video and find it helpful, do me a massive favor, bottom right corner, click that little thumbs up button. It does help out the channel an absolute ton. I asked for 40 likes, and you guys do what you always do. You smash it. So much love to every single one of you guys. Now, onto this method. So we're going to be talking about these limited edition packs. So they are limited edition, obviously. All right, so I went into this with a different mindset. I was under the impression that these cards expire today. Now, there are some of these cards expire today. So we have, of course, Paul Pierce and Chris Webber. They do expire today, to my knowledge. So yeah, they have 14 hours left. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to invest in some of these cards. I know you guys don't like investing. I know some of you guys find it ugly. But basically, you want to try and get some of these cards for as cheap as possible. Now, I'm going to talk about which ones in particular I feel like you should go for and which ones you shouldn't go for. So, Joel Embiid, I think, is a pretty safe bet. I think he's a very safe card to investing. You can get him quite cheap at the moment. Obviously, I have one myself. Zion Williamson, no. No, if you guys have used last year's Zion, you know how bad it is. He has the same release. Not the diamond one. The diamond one's release is actually really, really smooth and clean. But this one is bleh, so we'll ignore that one. Chris Webber I actually think is not too bad of an investment. He's actually not a bad card. So the only thing I would maybe see Chris Webber being down under is he is 6'9", but his card is really, really nice. He is really, really nice. Also as well, I am expecting super packs to drop today, or technically today, on Monday. So yeah, I'm expecting super packs to drop, so that could bring the price down a little bit. Paul Pierce, no. Paul Pierce is one of the worst releases in the game. Absolutely not. Same with Gilbert Arenas. He also has one of the worst releases in the game. Westbrook is a bit of an interesting one. Now, Westbrook in-game is actually really, really good. Obviously, his three-pointer does bring him down a little bit, but in terms of his mid-range, his jumper, his passing, his explosiveness, obviously, everything you know Westbrook being, he does really well in-game. So really nice half badges, half quick first step, half dimer, off, you know, all the good half badges, or some of the good half badges anyway. Now, Westbrook, if you can get him for a decent price, obviously he is out of packs already, so obviously there's not going to be any more of these packs unless 2K do the somewhat shady thing. I guess it's shady, but it's not really. If you're looking to just get the card, it's not really shady. But say, for example, these cards expire, then they put the exact same cards in super packs. They put these 6 cards in super packs. Then, obviously, then their price will go down again because, obviously, then more of them will be in the game. So, I don't think 2K is going to put these back in packs. Obviously, I could be proven wrong. Obviously, 2K does love to make a quick buck here or there. So, that's definitely something to think about as well. But also, as well, we're going to be talking about some more light-hearted investments. So, there's a few cards in here that I'm quite itching to want to invest in. So these obviously the ones I just spoke about are high-end investments. They're ones that you will probably be sitting on for a while. These ones, you might not be sitting on them for too long. So the reason why is the cards we're going to be talking about are Jabari Parker, Kobe White, Jalen Suggs, and Jarrett Culver. Now, the reason why I say to invest in these cards is because you can get them for ridiculously cheap. I mean, like 100% risk-free. You are not going to lose any MT cheap because you can get them on discard. So what you can do is you set it to Sapphire 500, and as you can see, this card's already here for 500, and I can bid on them with 45 seconds to go. Now, when this video comes out, you might not be able to do it, but because these cards are in, I didn't even know that these cards were still in packs for another 14 days. So you're going to see a lot of these cards. Obviously, people are not going to open them for the entirety of the 14 days. You sort of like, after the weekend, people don't really open these packs anymore. Obviously, you have the exceptions. You have the 1 or 2 that do still open some of these packs. But with Sapphires, they quick sell for 500. So if you can get them for 500, like we're about to with this Jalen Suggs, hopefully, you are literally, it is literally risk-free. There is no risk to your MT. If you would rather just back out and not want to do it, you can just quick sell it. Or you can sell it for 600 and make 40 MT right now, if you really wanted to do that. Now, the thing with sitting on these cards is they're actually really good cards. For the price they are, and obviously them being Sapphires, and we'll get onto the Rubies in a little bit. For the price they are, they're actually really good. Like, they're really, really solid cards. Obviously, DBG is very much known for his, the way he likes budget cards. He raves about these cards, like, quite a lot. Especially, like, Suggs and Culver. He does rave about them a lot. Maybe not so much Culver, but I don't know. But yeah, he definitely does rave about these cards quite a bit. Now, onto the rubies. Rubies is where it gets a little bit more interesting because rubies quick sell for 700. So if you set this to 650, as you can see, there's already some here for 500. So can we get this one for 700? As you can see, we get the cheeky little bid on this one. So we're just gonna bid 700 on all of these, and basically, if we win them for 700, you literally are not gonna lose any MT. No matter what you do then with this card, you will not lose any MT because the cards quick sell for 700, along with the rubies that quick sell for 500. These quick sell for 700. So if you get them for 700, you are literally 100%, no matter what happens, you will not lose your MT. Like, you can quick sell it, you can use the card, you can literally do whatever you want with it. You will not lose MT. So there's a few ways to actually invest in these. Obviously, you can just sit on them for a few weeks. You can sit on them for 2 to 3 weeks and then sell them once you're obviously happy with your profits. Or you could potentially wait for a limited event. So say, for example, right, you are only allowed to use Sapphire players. So you're allowed to use 1 Amethyst player or higher, and then you can only use Sapphire players. All of a sudden, this Jalen Suggs and Jared Culver look really interesting. Also, as well, with these Jabari Parkers, you can see /200. I got these for 500, so I can just make 200 MT if I want to. Also, as well, you can sell them for 800 to make 20 MT, but why would you want to do that? So yeah, there's definitely something in these cards where, because you're getting them for literally dirt, you're not getting them, you're getting them for literally, like, you're getting them for what they quick sell for, which is amazing. So Sapphire's quick sell for 700, and Jabari Parker quick sells for 700, and Kobe White will also quick sell for 700 as well. So there is literally no risk involved here. Like, you can get these cards, sit them in your collection. I'm working through getting rid of all these contracts because they're starting to annoy me now. So yeah, we're working on getting rid of those. Also, as well, what I might start doing is I might do like a weekly thing where I recommend you guys which cards to invest in. If you guys want that, let me know down in the comments, but that might be something I can work on. But yeah, like Jabari Parker, like, these cards are decent. Also, as well, there is one that's a little more risk just because he's not out of packs yet, and that is Ruby Yao Ming. You can get him for about 5,000 MT at the moment. So yeah, Yao is a bit of an interesting one because his card isn't great. His card's decent, don't get me wrong, but his card isn't great. He's a 74-3. He has a decent standing dunk. He has decent passing, 89, 88 block and interior, but 25 speed. He is also Yao Ming, and he's 7'6". So Yao is a very interesting one. I think if you can get Yao at actually a decent price, I snipe one for 4K. If you can get him around that sort of mark, obviously, I don't think he's going to go down in price as much, unless he's in super packs, which, to be honest, he might be because he is Yao. Like, people have a thing with Yao of, like, he's such a weird card to play with, and he's such a fun card to play with, that does keep his price up a little bit. Also, as well, he's 7'6". Like, that's just cheesy. So Yao is very much an interesting one because they're not going to release another Yao for a while yet. So if people want Yao, they have the gold one or the ruby one. Now, people hate the gold one because he's terrible, but the ruby one actually has a little bit of he's a little bit more fun to use. So I'd say if you have a little bit more of extra MT and you don't mind sitting on a few ruby Yao Mings that could potentially go down in price, but also the risk versus reward for Yao, I think could be amazing. Like, if you just look at, for example, right, these flash glitch cards, this Darius Miles at the moment is one of the more expensive rubies in the game. And I have no clue why. I don't really like his card that much. So I don't know why he's this expensive. But he's about 8,000, 7,000 MT right now. So if you treat Yao as sort of this card, like, Yao is a weird one because he is still in packs. But I maybe keep an eye on like a Yao Ming snipe filter. Say you get one for 2,000 MT. I wouldn't sell it, personally. I'd keep it in your collection. I'd keep it in your auctions just because I can see Yao being one of those cards that's a ruby, but people love him so much that his price could go up in price. So that's something definitely to think about. So in terms of investments, lads, that's pretty much all I have to say. In terms of like the other cards in the set, Kristaps is a potential one you could look at, but he is about 30,000 MT. Danilo Gallinari, that's just a joke. And Lamar Odom and Antoine Jameson. Investing in diamonds at this stage is not really worth it, to be honest, and they're not really going for that much anyway. So yeah, investing in diamonds, definitely not something I would do. But yeah, guys, also Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is a bit of an interesting one, but maybe not. So yeah, lads, that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys have found it helpful, of course, smash a like on the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new around here. That's you guys later. Take care. Peace. I want to give a massive shout out to channel members Gamer, Wallow, Zay, Gav, Christian, Jay, Ans, Kia, and Jack. Thank you guys so much for all the support.